I'll never forget the look on Mike's face when I told him he could have everything. The house, the car, the money. I didn't fight him on any of it. I just signed the papers, packed my things, and walked out without a single tear. Everyone thought I was crazy. Even my lawyer pulled me aside and whispered, "Are you sure about this?" But I didn't say a word. I just nodded. To Mike, it must have felt like he'd won, like he'd finally crushed me. He thought I was weak, that I'd surrendered. But what he didn't know was that this was exactly what I wanted him to think. That night, I sat alone in a tiny apartment with nothing but a suitcase and a mattress on the floor. I felt empty but not defeated. My phone buzzed, and I looked down at the screen. It was a text. 2 words, "It's done." I can't describe the wave of relief that hit me in that moment. The trap was set. I had played my part, and now all I had to do was wait. The next morning, my phone rang. It was Mike. His name flashed across the screen, and I could feel the panic in his voice before I even answered. "What the hell did you do?" he yelled. I stayed calm, almost too calm. "I don't know what you're talking about," I said, smirking. There was a loud crash in the background, glass breaking, furniture being thrown, and then the line went dead. You see, Mike thought he had taken everything from me, but what he didn't realize was that I'd been preparing for this moment for years. He wasn't just greedy. Mike was a violent, controlling man. Behind closed doors, our marriage was a nightmare. The bruises I hid, the fear I lived with every single day, it was suffocating. And no one knew. So I started planning my escape. Quietly, carefully, I moved money into accounts he couldn't touch. I worked with a lawyer to secure the house, legally tying it to my family so he couldn't sell it or evict them. And the car? That was leased under my name. When Mike demanded everything in the divorce, I let him have it, because I knew he wouldn't keep it for long. By the time he realized what I'd done, it was too late. The accounts were frozen. The house was no longer his. And the car? Repossessed. When I walked out of that marriage, I didn't just leave Mike behind. I left behind years of pain, fear, and silence. Mike thought winning was about taking things. But for me, winning was about taking my life back. Walking away wasn't giving up. It was stepping into my freedom. And I'll tell you this, no house, no car, and no amount of money is worth your peace. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is let go. For the soul, walking away is not a sign of weakness. It's a declaration of strength. When you reclaim your peace, you reclaim your power. Never let anyone steal that from you.